Welcome to Fewer Things Better. This is the place for all of us who are big on goals and short on time. Together, we'll explore smart, simple ideas on how to retrain your brain and unlock your life. I'm your host, Kristin Graham. Let's get started. In recent episodes, we've been exploring how going slower can help you go further, faster. Today, we're going to explore more on the benefits of having partners in productivity. And this isn't just about teamwork or to-do lists. It's about how your brain gets a literal boost when it is learning and doing, or even simply showing up with others. In fact, there is science behind why learning and doing things in real time with real people isn't just energizing, it's neurologically strategic. Whether you thrive being in a crowd or prefer being more off camera, the bottom line on top of this episode is that productivity loves company. And so does your nervous system. So let's dig into why. Live learning works well because it taps into your brain's built-in systems for motivation, for focus, and for follow-through. Shared attention sparks accountability. Real-time action reduces resistance and procrastination. And when you are seen, even quietly, it creates mental momentum. Your brain responds differently when there's structure and a starting line. This is part of what's called the fresh start effect. And it's why Mondays, birthdays, first of the month and first of the year feels like a clean slate for us. Live learning can create that same mental reset. The clock starts ticking, your brain perks up, and you feel a subtle urgency for action, but without all the self-pressure. Then there's social facilitation, the psychological nudge that makes you push a little harder when other people are around. Like how you might go faster at the gym because somebody's on the treadmill next to you. Or when you find yourself being more productive when you are in a coffee shop, a waiting room for an appointment, at a bookstore, or even on an airplane. Even if no one else is paying attention to what you're doing, you feel it. But when there's shared effort, it sharpens attention. And when you intentionally join a session, like a fitness class or even going to a conference breakout room, you're stepping into a container of commitment. People just like yourself who have showed up at the same time and place. This time-bound learning has also been shown to reduce decision fatigue. Having a dedicated outlet and time frame, that is the decision. Now you can get to work doing the work instead of worrying about when you're going to do it. And here's where it gets even more fun and more nerdy. The concept of body doubling, which is also known as focus by proximity. It is a strategy that has been gaining traction in the last few decades because, well, frankly, it works. The term originally emerged in neurodivergent communities, particularly with people who have attention deficit disorder, as a way to boost their focus simply by working in tandem with others. But research shows it turns out that approach is helpful for just about everybody. The Association for Talent Development recently found that our chances of sticking with a goal jump to 95% just by sharing it with somebody else. And that's not some social magic. That's mirror neurons. Yeah, mirror neurons. The same brain cells that fire up when you see somebody else yawn and you start yawning, or they reach for a drink of water and all of a sudden you're thirsty. These are little mimic machines inside our brain where you're borrowing momentum from somebody else, even if they don't realize that you're doing it. So in other words, sometimes we don't need cheerleaders. We just need witnesses. That's the quick overview of the science and psychology behind the productivity power of being around others. And I am trying this out as well this summer. If you'd like to join me, I'm running a new summer program built on these very scientific ideas. I'm calling it the Pod Squad, short for Productivity on Demand, and because I like to rhyme things. It's a blend of focus, fuel, and a little bit of fun. And here's how it's going to work. You can either do it with me or create your own pod. For at least 1 month, meet once a week for a 30-minute focus sprint. Just show up together, get to work. There's no teaching, there's no pressure, just a shared focus window. So jump in, get started, go on with your day. For the Pod Squad that I'll be running, there's also an optional 15-minute after party for creative ideation, extra motivation, and a little community nerding. Some folks in the past use it for their own creative work. Others use it to power through inboxes. That's usually what I do. And some even sort through their brain or even rest it. One person last year came just to put down their phone for 30 minutes and read a book. I love that. The pod is intentionally small, so it feels like a team, not a crowd. So if this sounds like something your brain might benefit from, check out the details in the show notes or just email us over at hello@unlockthebrain or set up your own system. And whether you join a program or simply find your people out in the world, this is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Sometimes structure plus shared space is all it takes to get good things done. So as you find your flow, start with simple steps that don't feel stressful. Just enough to move things forward without doing all the things. Space is part of the plan, and it's how we take care to take good care. So until next time, I hope to see you in the squad or right back here on the pod. Thanks for listening. You can find a lot more like this by following me on LinkedIn or going to unlockthebrain.com and joining the mailing list. And if you found value in this podcast, please take a moment to rate or comment. Thanks so much. And now let's go do fewer things better.